Hey guys, it's True Pierce with Guns America, and today we are doing an unboxed video on the FN Reflex, and this is specifically the MRD model, which is the micro red dot. So cardboard box is what we've got here. It says carry the future on the front. It's got the model number and that information on the side. If we open this up, we have a owner's manual for the FN Reflex, and I actually flipped through this and it's got some pretty good illustrations inside, as you can see, on how to do things to your pistol, like take it apart. We've got a warranty card here that says confirm your FN firearm purchase online. It gives you a website, I'm sure, to go register this for warranty. We have a 11 round magazine right here. It's got good witness marks on the back of it. It's also got a pinky shelf on the base pad. On the base plate. So also in here is a flat, thin base pad or base plate for the magazine. This is for if you want to carry the very lowest profile. You're still going to get 12 rounds in the gun. That's 11 plus 1. So that's that stuff. We have a Torx key wrench in here, as well as 4 screws, and they've got different heads on them. But this is for mounting optics or red dots on the FN Reflex. So up next is the Reflex pistol, the FN Reflex in 9mm. There is a plastic sort of bathtub sort of thing here, and underneath that is a lock. So nothing too fancy here, guys, but it's functional, it works. We're going to talk about the pistol though and go over the features really quickly. We're also going to just make sure it's clear. So it is clear, but let's just start by talking about the barrel. It's 3.3 inches long. It is hammer forged. It's got a target crown on it. It's like the whole gun. It has a PVD finish, which is really slick and really smooth, hard. It's a good finish. The whole gun length overall is 6.2 inches. It's just 1 inch wide, which is you know, relatively narrow. That's good for a small gun like this. The magazine that is in the gun, this one holds 15 rounds. So you're going to get 16 rounds in the gun total. So 15 plus 1. Now I know what you're thinking, and I'm thinking it as well. What's really going to make this gun unique or different from every other small concealed carry 9mm pistol on the market? And the key here is that this is a single action only hammer fired polymer gun. So this is not striker fired, this is hammer fired, and because it's hammer fired, it makes the slide easier to rack. So I'm pretty strong, but I was just trying to think of how I could show you. It's not like it's just super duper easy, but it is also not difficult to rack this. So here's 2 fingers and I can do that. I'm not sure that I could do it with a, well, maybe I could do it with a pinky. I'd come close. It's a little difficult with a pinky, but certainly with your whole hand on the slide, it is really, really easy. Speaking of the slide, it's a steel slide. There's 3 serrations on the front up here. They look nice. They're ergonomic. They work. On the back, we've got 5 slide serration cuts here. Your extractor is going to pop out. There's also the port cut here for being able to look in the top and view a loaded round. This plate comes off, and there's 2 screws in it here. Uses that Torx wrench that we talked about a minute ago, and you're able to put a shield RMSC footprint or like a Holosun K footprint red dot in here on the mount it right up. It's got good sights on it. There's a tritium dot here on the front with orange around it, so it's really easy to pick up. It's going to obviously pop in the dark with that tritium, and then there's steel dots, or sorry, a steel rear sight with just the white dots in the back. It is steel, and it does have the sort of ledge that allows you to rack the slide. And actually, look at that. So I can actually rack that slide. It's easy enough. It's not even tearing my hand up on that sight. But you can hook it on a belt, on your pocket, shoe, corner of some furniture, whatever, and rack this in an emergency. The trigger, because this is a hammer-fired single action pistol, is really, really crisp. It's really nice. It sort of just builds pressure and then it breaks really clean. It's not even comparable to a striker fired pistol, so there's no reason to compare it to one. It is much cleaner. It's much easier to press. One more time, I'm going to show you from this side, but it builds pressure and then it just breaks. And it's probably one of the best triggers in a small carry pistol that exists. It's advertised by FN as being between 4.5 and 5.5 pounds. We'll definitely be measuring that when we do a full review. By the way, we have one of those coming. Go to gunsamerica.com/digest to see that in the future. Moving on here though, The grip and frame is polymer. The mag release is currently set up for right-handed shooters. It's on the left side of the gun, as you can see right here. And it can be reversed to this side though. So the magazines are fully ambi as far as that goes. Button can be switched over. It's got great texture here on the back strap. It's got good texture on the sides. I have no complaints about this whatsoever. The gun feels good. I've got big hands, and especially with this bigger 15-round magazine in here, it is, I mean, it fits in my hand perfectly. You can see that my pinky fits on there, and it feels good in my hands. I like the sights a lot. Best part about this though is that trigger. That's my favorite part about this gun, is the trigger and how easy it is to press. So on the frame, on the polymer frame under here, there is a rail for mounting a subcompact light. It looks actually like it's pretty close to Picatinny, but it's only got one slot in it. So there's two models of this that you should know about. This is the MRD version that takes the micro red dot. It is $659. The version that does not take a red dot is $599 MSRP, but guys, do yourself a favor. The future of handguns is red dots. I would definitely focus more on this version that is going to allow you, even if you're not ready now, to upgrade in the future. So that's basically the features. Let me just quickly show you those while I got here, how easy it is to break this down. Lock the slide open. There's a little lever here. It pushes up instead of down. It's kind of like a little different than what we're used to. Drop the slide and it just comes right off. So what that's going to allow me to do is show you this hammer. And I don't know that it's a good idea to dry fire this without anything here. So I'm going to kind of let it hit my finger or my thumb here, but we're going to pop this up and let it kind of, and that kind of hurts a little bit. But that's the hammer right there. And you can see that that's what's giving it such a good trigger or release, is that hammer. Otherwise, this looks very similar to other polymer guns that you may have taken apart and looked at. You're going to be able to pop the barrel out really easily, same way as you would any other polymer gun, to clean it, service it, that kind of stuff. So that's the story there. By the way, this chamber on this barrel is polished, and so is the feed ramp. That is a nice touch. So we're going to just put this together really quickly, and then we're going to head out to the range and shoot it, and we'll give you some impressions on what it's like to shoot an actual hammer-fired, single-action only polymer pistol, carry pistol that holds a lot of ammo. All right, guys, that's the first 100 rounds for the FN Reflex MRD. It's never been shot before. That was 115 FMJs, just cheap ball ammo. I had zero malfunctions, zero issues whatsoever. A couple of things that I noticed. I absolutely like the trigger. It is really, really nice. Like, there's no question that it is not gritty. It's smooth, it's light, it's crisp. It doesn't really truly belong in a polymer gun. So I kudos to FN for the trigger that's in this. Otherwise, like, you can see me shooting it. It shoots fine. I like the sights. The ergonomics are great. I didn't have any problem controlling recoil. It's not as easy to shoot as a gun that weighs twice as much as it, but for what it is, meaning it's 18.4 ounces, it's relatively easy to shoot. So heavier guns, bigger guns are easier to manage recoil on because all that weight absorbs the energy of the recoil. 18-ounce gun, you know, a lot of it, more of it's going into your hands. But I didn't feel like this was bad at all. I felt like it was very controllable. I felt like I could shoot it really quickly, especially considering it was my first time ever having shot the gun. So those are the initial impressions. Obviously, we need more rounds through it. It needs to be tested harder, but so far it's looking pretty good. That's it for today. We appreciate you guys watching. Please hit the share button, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff. You guys know how to do it. We will see you next time here at Guns America.